The Report Options window allows you to change various aspects of the generated reports. You can get to it from the Options menu. The report header will appear at the top of the first page of the report. Most people put the name, address, and contact information for their facility in the header, but it can be anything you want. Below that is the report template to use. To browse for available templates, click the ... button. Report.xml and ReportBigTable.xml are the standard layouts. You can see samples of both layouts in the back of the user guide. The rest of these options control sections within the report layout. Current Test Summary will add all of the calculated values to a table in the report. Using the plain report template, this table will look exactly like the table on the test results page. Average Ranges controls whether the averages appear in the report. In the plain template, the Averages table will look exactly like the Results table, but instead of showing the calculated values, it will have the averages. In the Big Table report, the calculated values and the averages are added to one large table, which looks very much like the table shown on the Averages screen. Charts and Graphs allows you to override the selection of graphs. If it is turned off, no charts or graphs will appear ever in the report, regardless of how many are selected on the results screen. If any of the person's tests have comments, turning on Comments History will add a section for them to the printed report. The majority of equations used by BC are published in scientific journals. If you want the bibliographic citations for the equations used to appear at the end of the report, turn on References. The complete list of citations with full abstracts or summaries for all equation sets is in the back of the user guide. Activating Definitions will add a brief 1 to 2 line description of each value near the end of the report. In addition to the historical graphs on the results screen, you can also add a table which shows, strictly numerically, how the person has changed over time. If you choose to add a history table, you have two choices. The full history table will list the values for every test in the person's history in columns for easy comparison. If there are more tests than will fit across the page, BC will start a new row. This sounds fine unless you have a person with dozens of tests in the database. In this situation, the difference table can really simplify things. Instead of printing every test, it will list out all of the values in the current test and show you how much of a difference there is between that test and the previous one, and between that test and the person's very first test. To make any changes to the report settings permanent, click OK.